Happy childhood, up until my mother and father were divorced when I was 13. Uh, it was a struggle from there on. I started doing poorly in school. Um, just didn't really care about much anymore. I did go to church a lot as a child, Sunday school. Uh, Never really attended with my parents, just with my siblings. As far as my father's concerned, I believe he's always been an alcoholic. I'm not sure if my mother was always alcoholic or not, but she developed the alcohol problem. Um, my sister's an alcoholic, you know, substance abuse problems lie in the family for sure. I started drinking when I was fairly young, 15 years old. Uh, I'd like to say a lot of it was just to cope with life's situation. Hard on me when my mother and father were divorced. I was used to mom and dad always being at home together, and then it was either one or the other after that. It was never them both together. 16, 17 years old, I was drinking heavily, uh, using drugs, uh, hanging with the wrong crowd, fights. Got to where I was expelled from school, so I had to go to night school to get a GED. Uh, Parties and fights, and that led to spending a lot of time. I spent my 16th birthday in juvenile detention, as a ward of the state, and from that point on, I just kept having problems with the law, and it all stemmed back to drinking. About a year ago, uh, I was a single father taking care of my three kids, college student, had my own house, you know, everything seemed to be going well, but I had an underlying drinking problem, uh, which led to an incident that ended up in my incarceration, and the state ended up taking all three of my kids. And Jesus has always been around. I've always known, like when I was with all three of my kids, taking care of them, I always felt like something was missing. You know, just the future looked bright, but I knew deep down that something was missing. Things started slowly getting rougher. Um, then when I was incarcerated, I was there about a week, and I had a conversation with my mom on the phone, and she told me, you need to pray. You need to pray hard. And I told her, I was like, Mom, I've been praying. You know, I've been praying. She's like, well, I don't know what God you're praying to, but it's not my God. And that really resonated. From that point on, I attended every church service that was offered. I stayed in the Word, and just had a confidence about me that, you know, no matter how long I have to sit here, it's meant to be that way, and that when it's time for me to leave here, wherever I go was meant to be, and He's going to put me where I need to be to get better, to be a father to my kids. Christ through this program directly has strengthened me and given me the confidence I need to be in this world again. Yeah, you know, physically in this world again, without being in a program or anything like that. To be a father, you know, I have children, to be a spiritual father to. This program has put me where I need to be. The courts are giving me all three of my kids back, and you know, all the thanks in the world to Jesus. I mean, he allowed the paths of the people I needed to cross. He allowed me to cross their paths. He put me in the right situation, surrounded me with the right people, and all of it to strengthen me. You know, knowing what I had coming, because it's not that it's going to be easy by no means, but he allowed me the confidence to know that I could do it through him. And I'm anxious at this point. Actually leaving Patrick's place today. Woohoo! Next step closer to actually having all three of my kids in my custody with me. And it wouldn't be possible without the group of people at Patrick's place. You know, God first and foremost, but he placed every individual here in my path, and I've learned something from every single one of them. Angela Stress, Steve Dotson, that's my buddy right there. He knows. Robert, my buddy. You know you're my buddy. Michael, Troy, Nate, a whole bunch. Eddie. I've met a lot of people, you know. Met a lot of people. You know, we frequent Del Barton. I met a lot of good people there. Heard a lot of good words there. All of it to bring me where I am now.
What advice would you have for somebody that's in the position you used to be in?
That gut feeling, don't ignore it. That's God. I've had it and I've ignored it. I chalked it up to, you know, having a bad feeling about something. You know, it was a bad feeling. The bad feeling was that I wasn't utilizing him in my day-to-day plan. You know, I was trying to make it without him, yet knowing that I couldn't, but still kept trying.